The 5 alleged gang members in custody for the crime were arraigned at LA County Superior Court. This is our first look at the suspects. They are 20-year-old Christian Reyes, 19-year-old Andrew Brand, 18-year-old Jesus Morales, 24-year-old Christina Luna, and 25-year-old Monica Gomez. They're charged with attempted murder and carjacking. Part of this attack is heard on some newly released dashcam video you were about to see and hear. We do need to warn you, it is difficult to listen to. All right, you can hear Tanya Wynn fighting for her life, her attackers stabbing her nearly a dozen times, including in the face. As a result, she lost her front teeth and suffered a punctured lung. Surveillance video ended up capturing the suspects crashing Wynn's Kia into a parked car in another neighborhood. As for Wynn, who teaches first grade at Good Shepherd Catholic School in Beverly Hills, she looks remarkable considering the brutality of her attack. On YouTube, she posted a heartfelt video from her hospital bed.
Hi everybody, thank you so much for all of your love and support. I'm completely overwhelmed by it and very grateful for all of your support and being there for me through this time. And I'm gonna get through this, I promise. Thank you.
On a GoFundMe page set up for Wynn's recovery, she posted a message explaining more about her injuries. As you can imagine, she's got quite a few stitches. She does need and will need physical therapy, but most importantly, the couple's first baby is okay. So far, by the way, that GoFundMe page has raised more than $40,000. Christine?
Marla.
I would like to thank Coco 2005 for sending me this story, and that is crazy right there. So these 5 degenerates, who all 5 of them, by the looks of it, look like they all have parents that came from across the border. They need to send them all the way back across that border on that boat that they came in on. Like, that's crazy. They went and attacked this first grade teacher for God knows what, stole her car, and crashed into another car in another neighborhood. And the worst part about it all is that this woman is pregnant. She is very lucky to be alive, and I could tell that she had to be fighting for her life, not only because of her life, but for the life of her unborn child. Like, at that point, she went into straight nurture mode. Like, she had to think about the well-being of her child. And that was one of my first thoughts when I was looking at it. I was like, I hope nothing happened to her child, and when I was looking at the video, she actually did, like, when they said she looked remarkably well, you wouldn't think that this woman actually was getting stabbed, because they said that she got stabbed in the face. But I'm looking at her face and it doesn't look like she had any injuries to her face, but she is in the hospital, of course. As for these 5, they need to throw the whole goddamn Mexican border at their ass, for real. And this happened in California. Based on all the names and how I'm, looking at all the images, they look like they just need, like I said, they need to just push them far across the border. I don't care how they get there, just get them there, because that's ridiculous. And then they stole her car. Like, it's multiple charges here. Assault is definitely one of them. Attempted murder is another one. That's 2 counts right there, because one, she's carrying a child. That's one child. That's one human that could have died. She could have died. That's 2 counts right there. I said assault, attempted murder, carjacking. That's another one. Destruction of property because they crashed into somebody else's car. That's another one. They have multiple charges that they could have against them, and I hope they get hit with every last charge, as many as possible, and that they serve as much jail time as they possibly can. And then they have the nerve to talk about us. Yeah, I know that we have some people that are rough around the edges. I get that. I know that. But we are not the end all be all for what they like to label as a thug. These 5 right here are some thugs right here. Like, they did this to this woman. I don't know if this was an orchestrated attack or what, or if this was just a random person. She just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and they spotted her and say, let's get her. And they probably took advantage of her because she is pregnant, and they knew that she really couldn't do nothing because of that. Like, they were doing this while I believe she was in her car. So they came up to her car while she was in her car and did this. So she really had nowhere to go. She couldn't really flee like that. And she's pregnant, so she couldn't really run. And in a car, there's a very small space. And then they took her car and crashed it into another car in another neighborhood. But she's extremely lucky to be alive, and so is her child. But these 5 right here, if they get in Gen Pop, which I hope they do, or if they get into some kind of detention center, which I'm fine with that as well, I hope their life becomes miserable. And I do mean miserable. Y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you in the next one.